reaction tonight to the hiring of Durham's new police chief. City Manager Tom Bonfield announced Sherilyn Davis accepted the job this morning. This comes at a time when police continue to deal with a string of drive-by shootings and homicides. The most recent last night when 3 people, including a teenage girl, were hurt after a shooting at an apartment complex. And just this year, we have counted at least 6 homicides after a record-breaking number in 2015. CBS North Carolina's A.J. Janavel talked with community leaders about what they're looking for with the new chief. A.J.
Sharon, leaders tell me they're excited that the changes a new chief can bring. However, they say a lot more needs to happen.
The culture will never change unless you take some bold steps while it is the day.
Mark Anthony Middleton is a member of Durham CAN. Middleton tells me he was involved in the hiring process for the police chief. He says it's a step in the right direction, but just a step.
The police chief, in and of herself, is not going to be able to bring about that change.
Middleton is also a pastor for Abundant Hope Christian Church. He says policing needs to start before the 911 calls go out. And the way that happens, just like ministry work, is by integrating yourself in the community. Many other members of the religious congregation who spoke Tuesday echoed that idea.
Clearly, an enforcement-only strategy does not benefit the community and contributes to the harboring of mistrust.
Is the delocalization of police officers who so often live geographically and emotionally outside of the communities they serve. The second edge of that same sword is the excessive militarization of police forces.
Middleton tells me this is not a fast fix, but it's also not as if Durham has to reinvent the wheel. He says cities across the country have figured out ways to integrate the community with the police force. And he says the responsibility to do that doesn't just fall on officers.
We, as a citizenry, an informed and sophisticated citizenry, have to fill in some blanks for ourselves and then say to our police, this is what we want policing to look like.
And I spoke to Chief Sherilyn Davis, who is still in Atlanta, over the phone. She tells me there is no problem that can't be fixed, and she plans to look at best practices across the country. But just like Middleton says, Davis tells me this issue will not be fixed entirely by one person. Sean?
All right, AJ, thank you.